Today, NCAA on campus goes swimming, fencing, and skiing at Ohio Wesleyan University, at Columbia University, and at the University of Denver. In Delaware, Ohio, you'll meet swimmers David Gatz and Usman Javed, best friends who wanted to honor their international friendships by swimming the English Channel.
Hi everyone, I'm Kat Anderson in Delaware, Ohio at Ohio Wesleyan University. I'm in Slocum Hall, one of 11 historic buildings here on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University. Delaware, Ohio is just 27 miles north of Columbus and The Ohio State University. Athletically, the distance might seem even farther, but in fact, the Battling Bishops first played football against Ohio State in 1890. The schools played a total of 29 times, and Ohio Wesleyan won 2 of those games. Today, this school's 1,900 undergrads compete in NCAA Division III and have won several national championships, including back-to-back women's soccer titles in 2001 and 2002. Volunteerism and activism are part of the mission here, and a large number of alumni have served abroad as missionaries and in the Peace Corps. Branch Rickey is an alum. He is the man who broke baseball's color barrier in 1947 by bringing Jackie Robinson to the Brooklyn Dodgers. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, author of The Power of Positive Thinking, is also an Ohio Wesleyan grad. Today, swimmers David Gatz and Usman Javed are seniors here and are worthy heirs to the school's great traditions. This could have been a story about David Gatz, a swimmer with school and conference records, academic All-American and Rhodes Scholar semi-finalist. Or it could have been about Usman Javed, a student from Pakistan who came to Ohio Wesleyan University and was elected president of the Student Affairs Council and started the school's debate team. Or this could have been a story about a small university in Ohio that has a big international feel with students from 58 different countries. But this story is really about 2 friends from opposite sides of the world with the crazy idea that they could help the world take a step toward peace.
I met David first couple of days of school actually. He was one of the first few people I met in the States. We were in a practice session. We decided to challenge each other to a couple of races. We had a good time, and before we knew it, we were best of friends.
Usman and I have a lot of what would appear to be big differences between us. I was born in a very small town, Delaware, Ohio, and never ventured outside of the United States. He's from Pakistan, I'm Christian, he's Muslim.
They were so different in their culture and their growing up, in their worldview, and yet the more they got to know each other, the deeper that friendship and that loyalty became.
I've joked about him being my twin from halfway around the world that I didn't know existed until I came to college. I mean, we've got a lot of the same philosophies and came together really well on that.
We talk about different things and the differences between what he grew up with and what we grew up with, and it's just such a great learning experience, not only for him, but for those kids that are local.
A back injury his sophomore season interrupted Usman's dream of representing his country in the 2008 Olympics, so he quickly established another goal and sought his friend David's collaboration.
Their idea was to swim the English Channel as a symbol of peace. And David said, "It just seems to me that this is an illustration of what the world could be like. If Usman and I can become friends, maybe there's hope for others."
The main goal of channeling peace was to show the people of my country and the people of David's country that we can get along.
Obviously, we don't expect that just because we are going to swim the channel, it was going to solve every problem in the world. That would be a naive expectation, but we wanted to send a message that you can have people come together with what appear to be very large differences.
We hope to raise money for the Pakistani relief effort of Doctors Without Borders. And the reason we picked Doctors Without Borders is that they're a non-government organization that represents the people-to-people interaction David and I wanted to support.
The idea was hatched in the fall of 2008. The swim was planned for the following summer.
We'd come here to the Ohio Wesleyan pool and we'd hop in, we'd just swim 4, 5, 6 hours straight, and it gets boring. But it was what was necessary.
The biggest obstacle that they had to overcome was not the swimming part of it. They're able to swim great distances, which is not a problem. What they were not used to was, number one, the temperature.
We would go and swim in Delaware's Alum Creek, and that used to be very cold. at the time. We would get into the showers, have long cold shower competitions. We would take ice baths.
I remember him coming in the day after he did his first cold swim at Alum Creek, and he talked about, you know, all going into semi-convulsions and that from the cold. And I told him, you understand, it's just going to be colder. This is going to be difficult. And he appreciated that, but it didn't deter him.
The boys were ready, but the world was not. Last August, David was already in England when the word came. Usman's visa had been denied by the British government.
Well, the first thing I did was swear. I was really upset.
Well, initially I was devastated, of course.
Our understanding is that they thought that the channel was a guise for Usman to get into the country and then never leave, because they didn't think anyone would actually from Pakistan would be coming to do that when he was.
When he was denied his visa, and we started to think, oh, this is terrible, this isn't going to happen the way it should, we started to realize that this is really what Channeling Peace was about, is that the people in Pakistan who don't have the same rights as, say, in America.
The swim went on, just not the way they had planned. David swam the channel as part of a relay team. Usman swam 10 hours alone in a pool in Pakistan.
Even with all of the passport frustration, David still went and completed the commitment, the ritual act of swimming the channel. And Usman paralleled that with his own swim for hours upon hour back in Pakistan. They still completed the symbol of their friendship, and that gives me hope for the future.
Channeling Peace is still going. The swim is over, but the initiative is still alive and well.
Thanks, guys. And if you'd like to contribute to David and Usman's efforts to build international friendships, visit their website, channelingpeace.org. NCAA on Campus will be right back.
NCAA on Campus is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero, real Coke taste, and 0 calories.
You're watching NCAA on Campus on CBS College Sports. I'm Kat Anderson at Ohio Wesleyan University in Delaware, Ohio. For our next story, we head east and turn things over to Columbia University student athlete and soccer goalkeeper, Lindsay Danielson.